Jeff entered channel.
Volume up, there we go! Guess I gotta remove this. Alright. We're back! That would probably do it. Dave S7 Davis. If they all donated $340 like Thernadad, maybe we'll release the map tonight. That's what he says. Anyhow, my first time logging into this server in 3 days, so I have no idea what's going on over here. But there's a lot going on here, that's for sure. Let me see. Where's my race car?
Blonder Buster, thanks for the follow, buddy.
Oh, my race car's still stuck in the new warehouse. Apparently that is an issue that we never reset. I'll have to get that out of there. Where, oh where did it go? I can't find my vehicle on the map.
Alan, I did get your donation. Thanks, man. Much appreciated.
Where did I put the warehouse? Oh, it's over here, I think. Not there.
I don't know
I
where you
got
put the
it.
warehouse.
I got it. All right. Get my race car so I can cruise around the map. And everybody wants to know, are we releasing it today? The answer is, I never intended to release it today. So at this point, no. Sorry, break the bad news so soon. Watch everybody run away now. But anyhow, bot is back up and running. Ankbot's back up and running, so you can check your points and farm if you'd like. And we've got very little new on the map, but news is kind of stuck wondering if we should hold off. Basically, if we release the map now, we may not have anything for the mod contest. It's gonna be coming up. Deadline is August 25th, I believe. So that is where we're at. We put so much time and effort. I know it's not the popular decision for a lot of people, but there's so much time and effort put into this map that, and so many people following it, that we really think it may have a chance to actually win the thing, which is some really good prizes that would only help us down in the future. So at this point, we're holding off. Doesn't mean it's not going to be released. I'm working on another map. It's another 4X size, which I'll show you at the end of this broadcast. And it's in the very early stages. And I've already put in over 30 hours this week. And if I can get that ready to a point where I think it's got a good chance to get in the contest and win, then we'll release this one. Or maybe that one will be ready and we can start releasing that. We shall see. But as far as this map is, I mean, it's the most widely streamed map out there. If we do get it into the contest, I can promise you we'll be live streaming this map with trying to get votes. Once it's released, you'll all have it at the same time because it has to be released for the first time on Giant's website when they actually post the releases, which is deadline being August 25th. I imagine it'll be right around that time. So that's where it stands right now. Not saying it's not going to be released. Not going to say it is. We'll see what happens with the other map I'm working on, but I would like to get something in the contest. Which brings up another thing. Oh, let's go over here. We're at Donation Wall. You can see it grew, and there may be more people, especially I don't know if I got everybody that donated through Jeff's channel, but we've got some more people that helped out and sponsored this place, and I'll zip right through, and your signs have... Some of you even had your misspellings on your signs corrected, or your names. But there's our gold level sponsors. And it's growing. It's not quite wrapping around the whole track, but man, we almost got a whole wall there, which is kind of cool. And we thank everybody, and I'm sure there's probably even more that have to be added that came in later this week, but we'll get those up. Also, if you're streaming our map and you want to make yourself a sign, 1024 by 512 size, I will have all ours in here as well. But you can send me a graphic and get your sign up on the map on this side of the speedway as well. So send me your graphics. I don't have the time to make everybody's custom signs, but if you stream the map in 1.3 and plan on streaming 2.0, send in your signed graphics and we'll get them up there on the wall. So that's the first thing I wanted to show you. Also, I got a new donation thing, which is new map objects. Now, I don't have a 3D modeler on staff, but we have figured out how to take some 3DS image or objects and import them. And there's a couple of online libraries where we can actually purchase objects. Nothing too fancy, but stuff that will there's some new buildings that we got. There are some free ones on those sites, but there are a couple things that, $8, $10 here or there will make a big difference in the long run of the way the map looks. So we're going to be putting those into the next map and eventually maybe bringing some over here as well into 2.0.
Yeah, right now I'm working on my days driving around here. I just want to show you guys a little bit. I have a new contraption I'm working on. On the back of, they have harvesters out there already with this attacher on the back, so you can pull your baler around. What I tried creating, just to let you guys know, was an attacher that would go on any of the combines that have the low trailer attacher already on them. So basically the bigger New Holland, the bigger case, and most of the mods that you bring in will have this low attacher point pack here. What I'm trying to do is create a separate piece so that you can get a conglomerate, basically your combine pulling the baler, and in the end pulling the auto stacker I have set up here. So this would be, I think, a big help for anybody that does that has the time and enjoys taking on Pleasant Valley in single player. I think this will help cut down on your time of playing. I found out it's useful. I just brought it in on our multiplayer game just to show you guys something I'm working on.
Where are you at?
Successful. I'm over near field 8.
8. I'm over 32. All right, I'll head over and show these guys what you're
30,
talking. I see
I
you.
apologize. 32 is sunflower. I'm colorblind, apparently. And 32 look close to wheat or barley.
No problem. I'm coming up so my guys can see it as well.
I also have the new planner up here as well, so you get to see 2 bangs for the buck.
If I don't roll over.
Oh, shoot. Also, hop in, you do a tab 3, you can also just jump in. There's a tractor up here with the planner.
I'm on my way.
Okay.
I landed on my wheels.
Oh. Yeah, so we got this new planner that came out. It was on the Facebook forums. I forget offhand which one it was. I take zero credit for the mod. The only thing I did do when I did bring it up, I don't want to get too crazy, you guys, and make your eyes glaze over. But long story short, it had errors in it with two component joints. It had errors; they were overlapping as far as rotation goes, as well as it had two other errors in it with the wheels. So they're all fixed now, and it is good to go. There comes Dave.
All right, so show us what you got with this crazy contraption.
So with this crazy single play, in my estimation, contraption, this is what we got done. Basically, you just harvest along barley field here, and next thing you know, it's bales and picks them right on up. You want to make the turn.
That's crazy.
It is. It is. It needs a little work. I'm having a problem with the one attacher joint there. It's a little bit too low. But in the end, I think single players it'll be very beneficial to them. Heck, you can use it in multiplayer as well. You know, you get far enough along. But like I said, the attacher on the back of the combine, the little attacher arm, I'm trying to get to be separate. I might have to build it in depending how it works out. I have a little bit of too much play in it right now. But it is a work in progress, and I think guys out there will really like it.
Now, is that an add-on attacher arm for the combine?
That is an add-on attacher arm for all combines that have that attacher joint in the back.
Okay, and what's on the baler? Another attacher type?
Yes, that baler was a modded baler, but if you want to just use the in-game ones, you can. This guy, I want to call it Frankenstein, a little attacher arm in the back of the baler, which this baler is a bigger baler, and it has little LED lights on and so forth. But what you can do is you can just pull the regular in-game, and then all you have to do is pick it up with the auto stack. But as of right now, you can do everything in one. It can pull the biggest auto stacker, the modded one that we have, but it's just the tongue really drags on the ground because I think I have the attacher a little too high on the back of the combine, so in essence it picks the baler up and then lowers the attacher joint on the back of the baler. So.
Gotcha. Now, KW is saying, congrats Dave, Twitch gave you source options. I have no idea what the source options are, but yay me!
Congrats, man. I have no idea either. That's gotta be good.
What does that mean, KW? I'll have to look that one up.
Yeah, you're right, Blonder Buster. I definitely do need a JD pull in the back of there, or a New Holland combine. That way they all match. But fortunately, the auto stacker is what it is, the acoustic one there. Hey, what's up, Sweaty Stack? How's it going, buddy? But that's one of the new toys we brought in this year and got it working. Like I said, the attacher joint in the back of the John Deere is something we're working in progress, but I think it should work out good. And I think guys like Sim21 and anybody else that braves on tackling the map alone, I think this will help you out. I believe so.
Unless you do what you just did. You're full, I think.
Yeah, that little auto stash full.
Oh, there's a quality button on the stream now where viewers can adjust the stream quality. Cool. Good to know. Anyhow, will that attacher is on the baler, correct?
That attacher is on the baler as well, yes.
Will it work with the 32 bale stacker mod?
It will, but it drags a little bit because I have the attacher joint a little too high on the combine currently in the bar. So what it's doing is lifting the front of the baler up, and it's slamming the back of the baler in the ground, this monstrosity of an arm that he has off the back of it, like I call it the Frankenstein arm. So in all hopes, I'm going to lower the attacher on the combine. That way it'll bring the front of the baler down and hopefully lift the back end where it attaches to the auto stacker a little bit.
Alright, some people out there on my stream, just real quick, are saying that they don't have sound or that their stream is slow. It may have something to do with that source option too. You may be pulling a higher video quality than previously that they just upped me for. So you may have to make an adjustment with that on the stream. That might be the whole problem. I have no idea. Some of you are still having no problem. Big Chris, how you doing? Did you get the message, Big Chris, that I sent Gramps?
Thanks for the follow, Sweaty Sack.
Also for everybody, just to let you know, yeah, Thernadad's here. He's working out well, but he's on vacation. He knew he had to go away till the 5th, so we can't wait till he gets back. All right.
I got one more thing to show with you guys while you're here. I will stop this because the baler's full, so I'll stop baling. And I'll hop in our nice new planner that we have on the server.
Oh, sorry to hear about that, Big Chris. Hope you're doing better. Oh, which reminds me, not to jump your subject, but everybody who's sent their best wishes for my brother. The latest was his latest bone marrow biopsy showed that one of his cancers did not show up at all, which is a very good thing. The one very rare cancer he had, or has, did not have any signs of that currently. And the leukemia, which he has also been diagnosed, has only 5% leukemia cells, so they're in the process of getting testing for everybody for their... see who's a good bone marrow transplant candidate. So he's doing pretty good. Just wanted to pass that along. Thanks, everybody. Whoa, look at the planner.
Yeah, nice, right? It's a little bit bigger than our Pronto. It's and it works beautiful. Now, an actual real life planner, believe it or not. This is not a monster pro that we make up or is imaginary. This is the real deal. This is a JD 90, I believe. I'll get it working with them. Monkey Boy, thanks for the follow.
Let's get this party started.
Thank you, Jay Turi, for the $20 donation. Thank you very much. We will put that to good use.
Alright, it's coming up at a 28.5-inch spread. I believe it's what it is in real life.
Awesome.
But this is a real deal. This is not a made up one that somebody decided to keep adding on to it. It's actually a real deal planner. So I gotta watch her I don't kill Scott's barley.
It looks like it has the Z key option for the next row thing. They working too? Boy, check that sucker out. You got the wrong side, but that's okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to destroy Scott's crop there, so I just wanted to show you it worked.
Yep, absolutely.
It's insane.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Like I said, we now got it air free. So it had, like I said, it had 4 errors in it when I got it. Well, actually more if you include a texture error. Those are pretty cake to fix. It was the joints and the wheel errors that we had to correct. So yeah, this is our new toy. So it'll make life a lot easier as I'm putting the line in the field. Whoops.
Yeah, it's my fault. You blame it on me.
No, I'll get back redo it. So that's what we got as far as new toys go on the server, and that's we'll work on it. We'll get this, hopefully try to include it with the pack as well. I think it'll be a real nice addition to, again, guys that play server or guys that dig this on single player. It'll be a great addition to your farm.
Yeah, Big Chris, we'll get together. I'll send you a message sometime probably through our forums. I think you're registered through there. And then I've been pretty busy with everything, so we'll get together though soon.
Sweaty Sack, Dave's channel is DAJNET. I believe KW also linked in there for our multi-stream, which I think me, Dave, and Posede. At least me and Dave for sure.
I'm going to buzz over and show them the warehouse that we built.
Go for it. I'll meet you over there. I'll toggle to a sport car and I'll meet you down there.
So if you were here last week, we introduced at the fairgrounds one last option. It was questionable whether we would let you all see it or not, but we decided to show it to you, and we didn't actually show it to you, but yes, there's a new warehouse on the map that you can build once you have the fairgrounds running. And yes, we did it in a week, but I cheated a little bit so we could get it ready for this stream. I added about 1 million extra cement in. This server is closed and this map isn't even released, so at this point you can't come on here and play. The map release date is to be determined. We may be saving this map for the mod contest. We're going to play it week by week, and I'll show you what map I've been working on, and it's very, very basic start, just the start, but give a little bit later in the stream I'm going to show everybody the basics, tell you more about that and the basic stuff that's going into it. Also did a little bit more work on the Save Game Viewer program, which I'll bring that up a little bit later as well.
Sweaty, name of the map is Pleasant Valley .0. Like Dave said, it's not released yet, and we don't have an open server, unfortunately, but you can play our version 1.3, which you can find over on our forums. And this game is actually Farming Simulator 15 for the PC. So not to be confused with the Xbox or PlayStation.
So as you could see, we really thanked our top donator. And we named our warehouse Thernadad's Storage Solutions. Thanks very much, Thernadad. And he's been with us now for a few days, and he hasn't even seen this because he went on vacation before we finished building it. But
Tracker, thanks for following.
Here is the new warehouse where you can bring your vehicles. There won't be grass in yours, I promise. It's just on ours. You actually, do you have a... We should have brought a box truck over, but either way...
Give me 1 sec.
And why don't you pick up some Campbell's soup or something while you're at it, and I'll explain how this all works. It actually, all the lights light up in here when it's at nighttime. Loner, thanks for the follow.
Sweaty Sack, his channel name is Dajnet, D-A-J-N-E-T on Twitch.
Yep, and Superfluff02, thanks for the follow as well. And if anybody I missed, then sorry about that. Alright, so the warehouse is pretty basic. Well, he's going to get us some stuff. You'll see there's a sign here that says beverages go upstairs and all others get delivered downstairs. And he's going to bring up some soup, so that'll go down below where there's grass still in the ground, but it won't be on the finished map. It isn't actually on the finished map now. But if you have beverages, you come in this room, dump them off up in here. And down below...
Levi, thanks for the follow.
Down below, you can go into the lower room and drop off any of the other factory products. Currently, it's set up to take just factory products. It cannot take the products that were used to build it, so wood is out, but we do have a storage place for wood, so is cement, and so is stone and the gravel pit options. But I may open it up to also let you bring your other products in. I probably will, actually, before release, so you can store all your crops down in here as well. Make it really a central distribution point for everything else. And once you have your products, each one of these bays actually has a trigger for loading up. Hey, Sweaty Sack 99. Thanks. Not much. But I'll show you right now. There's a secret trigger, too, that I didn't even tell these guys about. There's a trigger in each one of these bays, so if you have several people loading up, you can all load up at the same time. But if you don't want to back up big rigs, I left one in the middle that you can hit just by pulling a big train across the middle right there. You can see that little trigger, and you can fill up a train without having to do the backing in. Drool01, thanks for the $25 donation. That is really awesome.
Alan, thanks for the donation, buddy. Much appreciated.
And Big Daddy should be here soon. Let's get this ugly mess off the screen.
Yeah, I apologize. I had a box truck as it's easier that way. I'm on my way to Campbell's now.
No problem. Over here we have, last week we showed you the, if you missed it, our new vehicle for carrying eggs. And it's a little truck that you can choose the tailgate down, but it's for hauling eggs only. I'm going to bring these eggs over to the pizza place and dump them off, because why not? We have some.
Go for it.
While waiting for you. It's right around the corner.
Sounds like a plan. Divide and conquer.
Because we're making pizza. Thanks for the follow there, Sweaty. I think we'll leave it at that, Sweaty. I just can't say Sweaty Sack 99 times in a row.
Must be a guy thing. I know. I hear. I could go a little bit inside too. My inner child. Fat Goats 40. Thanks for follow.
And re-entered channel.
Yeah, we try to have a good time as well. We play serious, but in the same sense, we also have a good time. We got to joke around. It helps break up the monotony. It's good times.
Hello, Get Her Done.
Hey, Get Her Done. How you doing, buddy?
So yeah, we have eggs now in here. Actually, it's got 699, but we're going to add a little bit to it. And there we go. We have 794 at the pizza place. 37,000 pizza ready to be delivered, but we're out of cheese over here. Andre, we're out of cheese.
I know. I'm waiting for my new box truck.
Oh yeah, we need to give you the refrigerated truck. One of the things, that's why we test everything. Because the Campbell's Soup building pick-up and drop-off spots, I was thinking, okay, animals are no problem. They use a different trailer. All the other products, you take in a tipper over there, but cheese gets dropped off in the same truck that the soup is picked up. So every time he goes to drop cheese off at Campbell's, he fills up with soup. So we have to make a refrigerated truck. We have a refrigerated AR frame that's going to be converted that will haul milk and cheese as well. And we'll move that to the little dairy truck. So that's another one of the last minute things. Although, we'll see how it goes.
Milk and cheese or cheese and pizza?
Or cheese and pizza. Cheese and pizza. Although it already has milk in it, so we probably will leave milk in it as well. Seeing as
Get Her Done. Glad to hear it.
the Prologer 24, thanks for the follow. Seeing how the person that's doing those products usually ends up doing all three of them, milk, cheese, pizza. They're all kind of connected. Here's Jeff with some Campbell's Soup, which goes, if he can read the sign, down on the right. He's going to pull in and drop off some Campbell's Soup. We got to get rid of the grass. Well, it's not in the real game. It's just our server. I didn't redo the logs there, the grass file on our server. So he's unloading soup. And I can show you this. In the PDA, you will notice, if I can find the right page, that underneath, let's see, where I got soup now. I probably passed it already. We have 25,000 soup in there. That is where you can see anything that's in the storage warehouse. Additional products that are in the storage warehouse will have it. And I believe there was some Pepsi in here as well. Yeah, there's 50,000 Pepsi. So, you got that box truck handy?
Yep, I'm right here. I'll be right back.
Bring it up to a loading dock over here.
Alrighty.
And I want to see if you get you should get the triggers for picking up Pepsi and soup from any of the loading docks. Now, I don't know if you saw the hidden trigger I put out in the front and the middle. So
I did not.
There is one in the middle that you don't have to actually back in if you don't want to take the time. But you should have a trigger where you can fill up with any one of those products.
Okay, this says cereal.
0. You scroll through it just like the silos at the farm with the B key. There was cereal in there too.
Yeah, a lot, yeah.
Alright, so there you go. He's filling up Kellogg's. So you have a central storage place you could save up for your big hauls or your big great demands. Do we have soybeans implemented in version 2? Currently, no. Soybean is not added in, but being that we do plan on either saving this map or the one that we're working on for the mod contest, and it probably will be this one. I hate to say it, but there's so much in this that who knows. But either way, you'll have 2 great maps probably by the end of the time that the mod contest, when the mod contest rolls around. You'll at least have one when it's released and one either soon after or at the same time. So that's where it stands, and the second map probably will. Now I'll give you more details on the second map. It is another 4X map, and it does basically the goal right now is to mix it up a little, but it's going to have all the same features as this map does, with a few changes to be more single player friendly as well as more co-op friendly. So if you wanted to run a co-op rather than separate farms, start working together, which is something we really look forward to doing, that map will probably be more suited for it. This map kind of gives everybody their own farms, but very often we're doing our own work. I would not expect the map next week unless I get a change of heart, because all of a sudden I think the new map that I'm working on is great. But who knows? We shall see. And I don't know, was there anything else that we did new on this map other than the dead people in the cemetery? We're up to 4.
Trucker Ma, thanks for the follow.
One of the other things, too, is if we did wait for the release, I will have the Save Game Viewer program ready as well. We got 4 people in a cemetery.
To run fast, Trucker Ma, to answer your question, to run fast, hold down the left shift key and hit W. And that'll cause the guy to run fast.
Yep, another body in the cemetery. And for those of you who don't know, every 250 hours played, somebody dies in Pleasant Valley. I think it was Dan this time. We worked him so hard this week.
Yeah, poor guy. I feel bad. He's been cranking away the hours, boy. He puts in the hour farm, that's for sure.
Mix 080, thanks for the follow. Alright, let's see. I'm going to set something up real quick here, if I can.
I think that's about it for our new toys and features so far that we added, if I remember correctly. I don't believe there's anything else offhand.
I am not sure, but I've got other things definitely to show. And
oh, absolutely.
There's plenty left to go. And don't mind that ugly thing right there. Fat Goat S40, thanks for the follow as well. Alright. With all the new follows, really awesome. So, we will revisit this map in a little bit, but I'm going to log off and just give you a quick view of a couple other projects that we've been working on in the new map and the save game thing, show you how that's coming along and how that works. But we will come back to good old farm life to round off the night in a little bit. First I'll bring up the Save Game Viewer program that I've been talking about, which, if I bring this button up... Nope, we don't need that button up. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see this very well, but what it is a viewer that reads all your save game files, and there's a lot more information to come into this program, and it will be, if we do wait for the mod contest, I could release this with the mod contest, with the map at the same time, probably on our site, but link to it, because it has a lot of special features built in for, and will have more for the Pleasant Valley map that other maps just won't have. And to give you an example, if I open up, this is my Volcano Island map I made a long time ago, save game, all the save games you have save game files slots in, you can see here. And with those, you can check the amounts in the silo. Any map will work. It'll pull up any silo amounts. There's none in here. And you could check the upcoming weather forecast as well. That I have all shown you before. If you weren't here on Tuesday, if I choose a Pleasant Valley 2 map or the new map that I'm working on, you get the same information. It tells you all the stuff about your current save game. And actually our server save game as of last week is right here. It tells you how many hours you spent on doing all the different things. And our silos are right there. I've made the list longer, and I'm going to change this up, make 2 columns. Still in design process. What the weather is coming up. But you'll notice I got 2 new menus here. And what I've been doing in this is with the factories, I can see offline on another screen any of the factories as of the last time the game saved, what's in them without having to go to all the factories. So if I wanted to pull up Board and Dairy, I can check all the factories. Now Campbell Soup's not done yet, but Cogent, it will tell you every product that you have in each of the factories as of the last time you saved. And I'm looking at an offline save game, so the numbers aren't up to date. But Frito-Lay, Lafarge, Cement. One of the interesting things, if I go back to save game 8 as well, and this is a save game that doesn't have the factories built all the way. That one's built but empty. Now if I go to Frito-Lay, you can see instead of showing you the products in it, it tells you your stock completion level, your project completion, and your current products and how many products are needed to build the factory. And they will all... No, I have not thought about creating another launcher for Farm Sim. But you can go through and you can create all of your... You can see what any factory stage will be in, what products are in it, as well as we'll eventually have the essentials here. There will be a mini mode activated where you can minimize and have a much smaller version of this with smaller pop-up windows if you don't want the big one, or bring back the big, larger one, as well as server mode if you have FTP access to your server. And the PV15 live mode will be so you can have your server, if you can run a small program on your server, rather than giving everybody FTP access, you will be able to, thanks for the follow, WrestleMania, you'll be able to copy that file directly to a Dropbox where everybody can link this program to it instead of actually giving them all FTP access on your server. So that's just some of the things that are currently in there, and you'll see this menu expand. Hopes to have alert system built into it, so if you get a save game and you're running this on your other computer, it'll check every 15 minutes, and if a factory's out of something, put it in the alert list, or basically select the alerts you want to be notified of. Those are some of the things that I'm looking forward to doing, plus lots more information. And with that, let's bring up the new map, which isn't much of a map yet, but we'll explain to you all what's going on there. And if these guys are on the server, the map is available as well if they wanted to jump in. Oh wait, let me go and host a multiplayer just for heck of it.
Yeah, go for it.
No.
I'll join in your...
Nobody else can get in because they don't have the map. Haha! So I don't even need to password it. And it says it's Pleasant Valley 2, but I'm actually working off a copy. What I basically did is all the items are in the map off the edge. And I'm going to just add all the mods except for PV15. We don't need that one.
Sounds good, guys. Gotta jump out of this game. I gotta join up Dave's as soon as he gets going here. I'll be right back.
Yep. So we don't need 1.5, which is a version you guys don't have. But we're 2.0, we're gonna run. Start up that game. International server, Jeff.
Sounds good.
Now this is a shell. When I mean a shell, there's nothing really built, but we'll show you a few things that are in. Give you an idea of our goals for this map. And a very rough layout of the landscape. And when I mean very rough, it's going to change quite a bit. There's a ton of flat area that will start getting shape as we figure out where buildings are going and what fields are going where and where the farms are going to be built. And we'll load this one up. Hey, 21 something, welcome to the stream. Alright, we are in the middle of nowhere land. And I got to sell a couple vehicles to get us a couple race cars in the garage. I am using still a copy of PV15 2.0 because I want to have all the same features in this map, and if I can get this one done, it'll be more of a co-op map, which means that you won't have a lot of the... Oh, I gotta buy a race car.
Yeah, there's still Flagel Timber Keep active for some reason. I gotta see if I can get that.
Sorry about that. I activated everything. I thought you
No,
got
no
rid.
worries.
I thought you got rid of them all.
Yeah, the problem is this name's something weird, I'm sure. It's not Flagel Timber Keep. It's Flagel Timber Keep 1.5.
Weird.
Yeah.
Anyhow, here we are in the middle of La La Land with lots of flat area. And this is just the start of the new map. But one of the things that your donations did was provided me with... I bought some mountains, because I'm not a 3D modeler, like I said. But off of the edge of the map, you will see that there's going to be some scenery, so it looks like you're not out in the middle of nowhere. And that was a model that I got off of one of the websites. What the heck is it called again? Turbo Squid. Cost 23 bucks, but that's part of where your money went to this week. And it kind of gives a little bit of depth off the edge of the map. And again, this is very rough. Not much going on, but I'm going to give you the basic rundown of what's planned that we so far know. Not all of us yet have the New Holland DLC on our server. We're working on that as well. Getting more and more people on, and then eventually we'll get it on there. I really like the New Holland DLC. On the top level here, there is going to be a waterfall right here in a dam where you'll be able to control it, and right now it's rough. I just put it in to see where things would go, and the idea behind this is you'll be able to fill the dam, and down below that whole area will be able to flood for, you guessed it, your cranberry and rice harvesting pleasures. You basically can stop the dam, the water level will lower, raise the dam, the water will fill back in. So you'll be able to plant, go back down in there, and harvest your cranberries and rice. So we're planning on getting that in, which was a big requested feature. This other one doesn't actually do anything, but overlooks the nice stream down below. And this water up here is non-collisionable because of the multi-level water, so you can drive right through this little area, and it's going to change dramatically as time goes on, but giving you just a brief look at what we've come up with. And I don't even have a name for it yet. I was thinking Pleasant Valley Rivers, because you're going to see a lot more water throughout the map rather than in one place or another, like the lake was before. There's a lot of winding streams throughout here. And eventually Big Daddy will get in here. Did you find it yet?
I think it's named Silly, so I'm going to see if I can get it.
And again,
Nope, still don't freaking got it.
I could always deactivate it if you like.
Yeah, if you don't mind. I can't find the
Here.
Flagel wide semi...
Let me set up again and let Big Daddy in here so he can show his viewers as well. I'm just going to create a new game without some... well, we only need the basics. It's just easier to make sure we have all the extras in here that are definitely needed, which are the 64 field types, or we'll start throwing errors.
That's all right. If you grab all of them and just remove anything like the flygel, semi-trailer or semi-wide, and also the timber trailer, we should be good to go.
I'm pretty sure that if I just grab the main scripts and the race car, we're all set to go.
Rusty Bucket, thanks for the follow.
We don't need most of this stuff right now, other than Mr. Race Car and the map. We don't even need buyable objects. Race car.
Yeah. Yeah, race car. Need a race car. Gotta go fast.
We're gonna need that because it's in the default vehicles. And
Jibs Gaming, thanks for the follow.
I'm not even gonna put on drive control. I think, other than the multi-fruit modules, we should be good. Coming right back
Sounds
up.
good. Yeah, darn 2 Flygels. Flygel trailers are my butt, and they're not named nicely in our Dropbox. So, without a server setup, I usually look for the zip name or the, creator. But when you do a multiplayer host, you can't, unfortunately, search like that. And if I try to search for a mod, it comes back with 0 results after looking at the official site there.
Maybe you should hook to Dropbox like everybody else.
No. Yeah, you never know when Dropbox. We have a rogue Dropboxer. Goes rogue and it'll get rid of all our mods. But I should at least link to the Dropbox. Maybe if I don't even run my mods from it and just still put them in my other folder. Yeah, it'd probably be much better.
Let me get us a couple race cars one more time.
All right, on my way.
Yep. I just accepted your... Here he comes.
Here I come to the safe. No, that's somebody else. Never mind. Oh, poor guy's not even around anymore. Oh, look, race cars.
Race cars. The easy, quick way to get around. You haven't even seen all that stuff in here because you keep running into the water. All right, so
Yeah,
I was
put so much water in.
I was showing them. Yeah, well, the water is going to be. It won't look like much once you don't have everywhere to go at 120 miles an hour.
True, true. So maybe we should got like a dudes.
So I was showing them over here down below. You'll be able to eventually open up that waterfall, and it's not even framed in yet, but you'll be able to flood that for the Cranberry and Race area down below.
Very nice.
And over this way, we're going downhill. Downhill.
Are we gonna put some mermaids underneath the waterfall?
If you can model them, I can put them in there. That's my answer for just about everything.
Hey, if you'll take stick figures, I'll make it happen.
Stick figures. What'd you miss,
where'd you
Throsby? Throsby wants to know what he missed. I'm down below. I went downhill. You're supposed to keep up with me. There you are.
This is where I got frightened because last time this is where I jumped into the water by accident.
Yeah, well, it's windy. It's gonna be taking some getting used to. The hills are gonna change a little bit. It's rough landscape. I'm actually just building around. Actually, I could tell you this: that right over here is where the shell plant's gonna be, because I just put it in today. Right in somewhere over here. Yeah, I think right there. Or was it over here? I can't remember.
I think we should put the shell plant at the end of the waterway. That way, if it ever leaks, we don't have to worry about pollution.
It is at the end of the waterway.
Oh,
All right. So one of the other things is that over here that we couldn't do because of the complexity, and you're going to see this at a different time than me, Big Daddy, your viewers, because that's the way these old trains work. when you're in multiplayer. They're not in the same place for everybody at the same time.
Gotcha.
So you're going to have to wait around and see if you can find 2 trains on the new track. And the reason why we couldn't do this is because of the curves on the track. I got one already. If you run into something while you're standing on the track, it's my train. It's right there. I'm following it. But
interesting.
But you can see it on my screen if you guys are viewing. You got the one high-speed rail, and it actually goes about 60 miles per hour, which is pretty fast. And I'll follow this one around, and we'll build up around this as well. Obviously, there's nothing out here. But one of the cool things is that it's a very complex train that can actually, each cart is actually timed on a different spline, so it's able to take the corners on the map. It's able, each cart can turn individually, which is pretty cool. And that mod is on ModHub. The person used it for other people. It is complicated to add in as well. If you decide to add this in your map, you're going to have to change a lot of things.
Dan, disconnected.
On a 1 to 10, what would you put it on your scale of map? You know maps pretty well and how well it do stuff. Where would you put on a 1 to 10 of adding in this train?
Adding in this train?
Yeah.
I would say that if you're not familiar with splines, or if you've never added an airplane or anything, then it's going to take you some time to figure it out. Basic thing behind the whole thing, it's probably more like an 8. But if once you explained it properly, it makes sense. And once you know how to move things around, basically when you import the map, you cannot move the train from the center 0-0 position, but all the splines in the track you have to move, and then you have to replace every single spline. And because you saw that, well, my viewers at least saw that one had 5 carts, each spline had to be moved to the new location. However, if you bring the track over to where you want it, and then copy the coordinates of the track into each spline, it'll appear right on top. But it's like 20 some odd different ones because that was the short train. Now we'll have to wait for the new one. So it's
So that'd be more of an advanced map making class to add this type of train in, but
yeah, I'll do a map. I can do a map class on it by all means. And once you see it and you know how it's done, it's not difficult. It's just a little bit time consuming because of all the copy paste every piece after you have the track positioned. And like I said, I think there's 20 cars on the other one if we ever see it. So it's 20 splines to run the darn one train, and like another 6 or so of the other that all have to be moved individually.
So that this type of train is different than adding in the other type of train that we see in like Bjornholm, for example, correct?
Yeah, now the trains in Bjornholm and those, they're a straight line train, and they all run on one spline. I still haven't seen the second train. It'll be around here eventually. But so the difference is that they can't turn because they're all on the same spline. Now, there's the other train right there. And there's the freight train zipping by. And you can see how every single cart turns individually, and there's a lot of them. So the difference being is 20 different splines is a lot more complex than just one spline. And they're actually timed. The person who did it, he did it correctly so they'd show up one after the other. And I got to put some little tunnel areas over here. So that's basically train number 1. But this train should also be able to trigger the railroad crossings.
Oh, that's great.
Now, in multiplayer, like you and I, Andre and I were discussing this earlier, you don't see the train when I do. So if you're playing multiplayer and we have the crossings, you would, if you ran into where the train is coming for me, you would hit us. You know, you wouldn't see it, but you'd still hit it solid, boom. Well, at least the railroad crossings, if they come down, you'd never see the train pass, but you'd know that it's coming, so you wouldn't run into it. You know.
Pretty like a ghost train.
It is. It's like the server's the only one that sees it in multiplayer, but it's still really cool. So that's the big train loop.
I wonder how that works on the server. If that'll work the same way, or if that'll work function differently. You know. I'm kind of curious
The
about that.
server, I think it should. If it's the same as 2013, it won't even show up for the. Because I'm hosting this, I can see where it actually is. But because the server's hosting the game, nobody will know where it actually really is. You'll still see it. Did you get to see it yet?
Oh yeah, I saw both. They passed each other. It's like on a little delay of years.
Right.
So that's what my concern is. If it does it on the server, that the server knows where it is, pretty much quote unquote in live time. Kind of scares me that we'll be sitting there and all of a sudden get sideswiped, you know, by a train.
Well, if you're parked on the track, yeah, you could get sideswiped. But that's just one of those things. Single player, not so much an issue. Let's go down this way, because this is really what I've been working on a little bit today. Actually, we've been Andre and Dan and I were having more fun hitting the ramp pieces that I have left over, like this one here that I haven't used yet, and getting some airtime. So much fun that I think we might add those in. No. So the main goal here, down here, actually, before we get over there, over here again will be the gravel pit, but a whole different design. I have it plotted out. So down on the other side of this train track is the gravel area. Down, and it's not going to be dug deep, but it's going to fill up a large portion of this lower area right here. And I already have the train for is imported and put into place right there. So you have a whole different way to do things. And what I'm doing now with this map is I'm grouping things together. So no more running all the way across the map if you're doing wood chips to drop them off at Cogent. But over at the forestry area, you will have all the sawmills, Cogent, the board storage facilities down the hill from the whole forest, which hopefully will be winding up some roads and cutting down trees and then bring them down to the base, and you'll have all the sawmills and everything right there, so you're not having to travel, but also keeping all the forestry equipment in a basically a main area, so if people want to co-op forestry, they know where to go that day. Lynn Bowen, $50 donation.
Doritos stash. Thanks for your hard work.
Thank you very much, Lynn. Awesome. So down here, now the goal here is to fill this in with village. I want to be much more visual, and I've barely even started. I lost Big Daddy.
I'm coming.
He's a little slow, but we'll get his.
I had to send a train.
He had to send the train. We all know what sending the train looks like. But out here, this is actually off the map. The lake used to be on the map. Most of this lake down here, and it looks really cool with the mountains that we used your money to purchase. Out in the distance, you could see the whole lake is actually, part of it cuts into the map, obviously, but a good portion of that lake is actually off the map, so the map actually has more room than the 2015 version 2. You can donate through PayPal, credit card. Basically, PayPal allows you to donate through credit card as well. So jump on PayPal and select the options. So on the straightaways along here, we're going to have more of these little town type things with, and there's going to be trees and grass and clotheslines and picnic tables and all sorts of stuff in the towns. But we want to add on the straightaways some little like villagey areas along here, all the way along. Also in back, if you go out the back door of those places, I already have placed in the 3 spots where you can build the fishing boats. But at the, my goal is at one place you're going to have a place where you bring products to actually manufacture fish food on this map and not have corn. Here's another boat dock that will appear, and I'll pre-build those for next week so you can see everything when it's fully built. And there's the third one. There's going to be room for probably 9 or maybe even 12 boats on this rather than the 6 that are on the current one. And in between these little areas, we'll put gas stations. We're going to decorate it all up. There'll be a couple roads going out further. Right here is dump spot number 1 to build bridge number 1, where you need to put your boards, sand, and gravel, or boards, cement, and stone to build this bridge. And it's the same bridge from 2015, and I put in a temporary here so we could get to the other side of the water. And again, we'll continue on the lake shore down here, and hopefully by next week you'll see all the whole lake shore built, which would be really cool. And we'll start adding some fields at some point. Yeah.
I did it.
Oh, he ditched it.
I did. I cut the bridge a little too soon, and it's in the water.
You gotta stop doing it. Here, I'll send you a new car. Heck, I purchased 2 more, so when you put the next one in the water, you can use that too. So
I was being so gentle and still cut it too much. I was going slower than normal, and boom, there it went.
So down along, so down along here you will have several of those I want this whole coastline to look like it's inhabited, with factories being down at the end of this end down here. I think we're going to start putting some of the factories. But the question was, will we be having fish food? The plan is not only to have fish food on this map that has to be manufactured, but to have it at one end of this whole run so you could pick it up, and at the other end have a place to drop off your fish for either being sold or turned into other products as well. So this is pretty much just a basic first roads that I did. I've only got 30 hours into this map. I say only because there'll probably be 1,000 before it's done. But 30 hours just getting everything that you see, which isn't a lot when it's empty.
You know, just give me an idea. A ballpark order for version 2.0. I mean, it took a lot of hours, right?
Well, 1.3 took us from October to what? March, I believe. Now, and then we added on from March. People have been waiting since I think March for 2.0. But on the bright side, one of the things we're doing to speed this up is all the buildings and the factories, and KT Mail X8, thanks for the follow. All the buildings, the factories, and everything that we know is working well for this map are ready. You'll see them floating up in the sky. All the sail points, all the pieces can be brought in. I don't have to remanufacture that. So once the landscape and the field layout is done, and we start bringing in buildings and seeing where things are going to best fit, and resculpting, there will be more mountain ranges, there will be different things to change the landscape. But this beginning process is going to be the slowest. You can see right up there is the whole shell factory and Campbell's Soup ready to be dragged down and put into place whenever I am ready to make room for it and move things around a little bit. I reconfigured the way Shell looks a little bit down, not too much. Move the flags and the silos around, make it look a little bit different. But this whole landscape will be filled up hopefully a lot faster. I crossed over another train right here. This is where one of the other trains will run in. And you will see this dramatically take place, and we'll probably be switching to doing the previews on this, because like I said, other than a few extra added in items on the other map right now, and we'll probably still do a very brief beginning on the other map and maybe even end up over there because that's where we're still playing. But at some point we'll be switching over to be playing on this one as we're building it as well very soon, hopefully. The sooner the better. As soon as I'm confident that we have something that's prize-worthy, we're going to get you a map out there, one of the two. But I'd be ashamed after all the work we put in my opinion, to not get either 2.0 or a map that's equivalent or better into the mod contest that's coming up. Especially when, if you look at the prizes, first place is well over $4,000, and we got a map here that is, and a following, and a streaming capabilities of so many people streaming it, that we should be able to drum up enough votes to at least finish very well, if not #1 prize. And for a person that is as flat broke as I am, and relying on whatever I do here to survive and keep the project, whatever I get here to survive and keep the project going, the extra prizes, I'll tell you right now that the top prize, I guess, is worth about $3,000 new for the 3D printer. And as far as I could see on eBay, you could buy one for about $2,000, and that's probably where it would end up for me, because $2,000 is more money than I've had in the past 2 years, as sad as it sounds. Although, with the donations that have come in, I'm closely getting there. But, yeah, so something I really think we should do, because I don't know if we'll ever be able to top ourselves after this. Ump50099, thanks for the follow. Actually, I'm hoping that this map does top it. This one that we're working on here. But, again, you never know. I just don't know with the time constraints and all that goes into these, which you get some good airtime off these jumps, if we'll be able to pull it all together in time for the mod contest. So until then, I'm going to hold back the version 2, because once it's released, if it hasn't been released in the mod contest, we're out of luck. So I hope you all understand that's the reason why we're holding it back right now. So at the very latest, 6 weeks you'll have it, because it's ready to go. Pretty much a couple of minor changes, add more donation banners up around the racetrack over there, and we're ready to release that thing. But I'd like it to go to the contest if it's our only option at that point.
Yeah, if you guys would like to see your name in a banner and quote unquote, well, in my opinion,
did I say follow? $50 follow? Well, sorry. Thanks for the donation. It was a $50 donation.
Oh boy, a little different here, Dave.
Little bit, yes.
Uh-oh.
I just rolled. I'm looking at my donation. Ump50099, $50 donation is really awesome. I can't thank you guys enough for all your donations. And the donation bar is not working, as usual. But it's filled up again. So we're going to get some new map objects. And just give you an idea, I've got some coal stuff for the coal mining area that I want to bring in. Little coal carts and stuff for this map, as well as see what we can carry over to the other one. But we're looking at some building sets and all sorts of stuff that could really set it apart. I'm at the point where I'm kind of, you know, and most of you guys who download maps and look at maps will realize that there's a shortage. Everybody's using the same models because there's really a shortage of good models that are out there. Yeah, they come along every once in a while, but when you're looking for decent models to put on a map, there's just not a lot. But there are some low poly 3D models on some of these websites that sell them, and I do not have the skill to do 3D modeling, that we can look at bringing in and trying to dress up our landscape a little bit. Make some, yeah, gold, 50 plus. 50 plus gold, and I think we need platinum, the way you guys are going. You never know. Or something.
Yeah,
so,
no doubt, no doubt.
So, yeah, and anybody that donates on Jeff's stream as well would have their plaque. That money's being added in here. Doug Z.
Keep up the good work,
Doug
guys.
NZ, thanks for the $50 donation. You guys are really, truly awesome. Man, I don't know. You have made such a difference since I started streaming this in the way things work around here, and made me want to work harder to create more. And I actually, you just don't even know how much of a help you've been. Every single one of you. But other than that, we can get off here and go back to the map that we already have, because I think I showed the basic. There's a lot more water in here. You'll see this grow over the time, and next week you'll see a lot more, because I'm cranking on this one right now too. I might have to give Big Daddy this one and tell him to enter the mod contest and put them both up there. No, I wouldn't do that, because I don't want competition between our two maps. That would be impossible. But who knows? Maybe we'll have them both done and let the viewers decide which one they think we should enter. That would be kind of cool too.
Yeah, I got a something up my sleeve. I got an idea. I'll speak about it off air, but I got an idea about something here, and might be able to help the guys out. We'll see.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really cool. I think I might be able to help out here. I think it'll work out good. Something that maybe help move along possibly move along the version 2.0 release, but I'll speak about it with you off air, because I think I think it's a good idea. But you know how I am before midnight, so one out of my 20 ideas are good.
Actually, it's after midnight that they get really bad. 1 out of 50.
Yeah, it depends. How influenced it is by a little bit of Popcorn Sutton and so forth, or Sam Adams. Right.
Well, yeah. The last thing I wanted to do was hold back a finished map for you guys. And it really is. And the thing is, if we do wait 6 weeks, as this is being developed and I get a fish food factory, it will go into 2.0 as well. I mean, if once the model's done and we have something that creates fish food, it's a few minutes to put it into that map. So in the end, both maps are only going to get better if we hold off and get some of the extra stuff. That one won't get cranberry and rice just because of the stupid water plane, but we pre-planned for that over here. Can you get one of these models for the mine? Let me see what it is. I can check it out and see if it's doable. No. Holy moly. Did you click that link? No.
I did not. Was it that big lever?
No, it's a big... It's one of those big mining saws with the just humongous. I don't think we have a modeler that has modeled one of those, and if we did, it'd probably be about 500,000 polys and bring the map to a halt. Unreal. But that would be cool. Alright, so lots of work to do here. Just the beginning. Actually, we can give you another last view of what it looks like off the side. Get a close-up view. So there's actually a world outside of Pleasant Valley now. It's a world that is uninhabited. And if you try to go off the hills, which they're lower this time because I didn't want to hide, well, some of them are higher, but in some places they're really low because I didn't want to hide the scenery behind them. And I still haven't decided definitively on the borders how I'm going to end up doing, and it's really just roughly put in there. But you can't go off them anyway. You could try, but there's an invisible shield right about there that make you bounce off of. Yeah, I can't get through. But we could take a look. Actually, the train track goes out there in the middle of nowhere. But check out the view from Pleasant Valley. It goes back quite a ways. A lot of terrain out there that you never can touch. Yes.
Yes, I did.
Oh, go ahead.
I did sink another race car.
Awesome. Well, we're gonna head out of here and back to the valley anyway. PV. I just rolled one over. Good timing. Let's go back and do some farming.
Uh-oh. Server shut down.
I'm sorry. I got to put up the password, so I'm going to just stick a quick, even though nobody else has the map, we haven't changed the password in 20 years. So, be right back screen. Find my server.
That's funny. I don't have all the...
You don't have all the mods for our regular server?
Yeah, I'll be right back as well.
There are a lot of Pleasant Valley servers out there. I think you're right. I think it's time to get a mod map in the contest and see what we can do. I think there's probably about close to 20 on the international servers alone. Welcome back, KW. You didn't miss much. Oh, well, actually you did. You'll have to watch back. I just gave a brief rundown of the new map, the basic, very starting of the new map.
Welcome back, KW.
Someone has that modeled already? Hey, you never know what's going to show up on the next map. Well, this is loading. Give me just 1 minute. I'll be right back.
Yep, just like Dave said, you know, all donations are greatly appreciated. We really appreciate them. And what we do is, we're trying to get everything upgraded, so that way we give a better stream as well. I'm just working on my internet upgrade. I'm halfway there. Thanks, guys. Can't appreciate it enough. And once I get my internet upgraded, you get a better stream out of me, and I can't wait to give that to you. I know my stream's not top notch, so I think once I get a little bump, it'll look much better for you guys, and then that way, any future donations will be put towards models or anything cool, or that we be implemented back into the map. So basically, we like to return the favor and show our appreciation of what you guys have done.
I am back, and I know what type of potato chips I'm eating next because I stepped on the bag as I was getting up, and I opened it all already by accident.
Hey, I know what your favorite potato chips are.
What's that?
Frito-Lay.
Frito-Lay. Oh.
Frito-Lay. Oh.
Oh, man. That's sad.
Hey. All right, everybody's waiting. When is it bedtime at Michael Jackson's house?
Oh, no.
It's clean. I promise it's clean.
I'm afraid to
when the big hand's on the small hand.
Peterbilt Hauler 379, thanks for the follow. Jeff, no thanks for the humor.
Come on, man. Why floating up?
I'm only kidding.
I want to be silent. Let's fix the silence. We got to keep everybody entertained. It's Friday night. It's 10:17 Eastern time.
That's right. Let's keep her clean.
We are with PG.
PG.
Till 11. Well, heck, now we can do G rating and actually get away with stuff, but...
Somebody's synchronizing.
That's me.
That's you.
Now, and if you guys have suggestions, as far as either the map mapping class or even mods, or you want to add, I know Alan asked me for some help, and I plan on doing it in my next mod class. Just anything you want to see done, as far as whether it's pertaining to maps, pertaining to mods, we will do what we can to try to show you guys the class. Whether it's as simple as adding a hitch, or if it's adding a train in, whatever it may be. Shoot us a message on the forums, or even put a message in our forums, and we'll see what we can do about addressing it.
Derpy Digger, $100 donation. Holy moly! How much do you need for your internet, Jeff?
I'm poor. I still need 109.
Okay.
Nobody likes me. I'm the stepchild.
No, we'll get you some money. We'll help you out too. They're all helping out. We got to get everybody's up here. It's a family over here.
I'm teasing. I'll get there. I'll get there. So, hey, slowly but surely to turn.
But Derpy Digger, thank you so much. You've always helped out a lot. That is awesome. Can't thank everybody enough for all the help they've given. And you know,
no doubt.
I think that it's that alone right there, winning the mod contest. I think it's for the viewers as well as just myself. I feel terrible that I'm holding it back for all these guys. But
I know.
in the same point, it will bring so much attention to what we do, even if it doesn't win. But if it does well, the amount of attention that it's going to bring and the amount of players that it'll bring over here, and just think of the fun live streams we'll be able to have when we're doing the the voting. You know, when the voting's going on, we can run live stream marathons on the map trying to drum up votes. It'd be kind of cool. Or are they all trying to bribe me to release it?
Well, I think you did say an amount in the beginning of the broadcast. I hope they're not close to it. I'm really have
I
fingers
don't
crossed.
think I did. Everybody
I thought you
actually
said an amount.
it was the amount was everybody donate $340.
See, now you better be careful because there's some people out there, man. You better be careful.
Oh
That's what
boy.
scared me. I heard you put a number. I'm like, oh no, because I know your guys over there. I'm like, oh, I'm like, that's obtainable. I'm like, that's not good.
Oh no. Not just 340. Everyone has to do 340.
Hey,
A piece.
quiet.
A piece. No. It's not even about the money in the contest as much. Granted, yeah, it would help a lot, and trust me, a GTX 980 card in this machine, the difference you guys have made already, like I said before, 11 minutes to upload the map to the server when it's done, rather than an hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes that it used to take me, has just given me more time to work on the map rather than sit around waiting for an upload. And the stream actually looks a heck of a lot better as well, so we'll keep on seeing what we could do. What would be cool is if we can get enough attention over here on the Twitch stream too to get subscriber status for you guys. A lot of people have been asking about it, but I think you have to get like 500 regular viewers on the stream, and it's a farming game, so it's kind of tough to get 500 regular viewers. But we get up there, who knows? We'll do some other games as well, other stuff. Every now and then we jump on and do a little bit of something else, but we are full gung-ho for what we're doing here right now, and will be. Where am I going? I'm just wandering aimlessly with eggs in my truck.
Gentle. That's a fragile load there.
Yeah.
Hey, do you have 21 somethings over on your stream?
He was earlier.
All right. The reason I'm asking, I was on his stream last night. He was asking about over his little surprise over Popcorn Suttons. So if he was still on, if he chimes in and says he's still on, if you could just swing by there and show him his little surprise.
Oh, his surprise?
Yeah. Some guys are telling him about it. He hasn't seen it, so he hasn't been on.
Let me see. I could check my long
Billy Jones
list
disconnected.
of names and see if he's still up there. Yeah, he's there. Okay. Yeah, we'll get over there and we'll show him what I've done. There's a few of them on here.
Yeah, I just figured I'd...
Derpy Diggers, and some of these guys, I guess they want buildings named after themselves.
I see. I'm going to start making vehicles and nameplates. License plates will be saying Derpy Digger and so forth.
Actually, the funny thing is, and it's tough, because, granted, I don't want, no offense, but I can't put a sign up on a building that says Sweaty Balls 99. In the map. So there are some people that their names just don't fit with what we're doing, and I can't do it. So as much as I want to show everybody, but Derpy Diggers, man, I so wanted to change one of those excavator parks to Derpy's Diggers. One of the excavator places. And now he's given me reason to do it. Because it's perfect. It fits, you know?
Yeah, I think 21 something's sign. It's at is that a Popcorn or is that Sam Adams? I thought it was Popcorn.
21 something is... No, he's down at the Sam Adams.
Oh, even closer for you. Thanks, get her done. I forgot about that.
Which reminds me. Yeah, Simulator Way of Life is up on... I'll show you a few. We're trying to get things, and yeah, some of you may find your names on the map elsewhere as well that are a little bit more hidden, other than just the Speedway. Some of you longtime followers and big donators, and you just never know. Can't thank you all enough. Next week we'll look at giving something else away too, but we have to see what that is going to be. All the donations came in tonight. We definitely got to give something away. I'm just not prepared. Did not expect it. But over here at Sam Adams, there are little hidden things too, because we didn't want to, you know, we got to keep it kind of looking reasonable. I just drove right by it. It's so hidden. But they're just kind of little tributes to people that have helped out or streamed our map. And here is his right there at the brewery. Just a little label on the door. And there's some other ones around here. For sure. Let's go see. Actually, one thing I did not check is to see if the signs are standing up for Gunnins signs that I put in since the last update, or if they're still falling down.
I believe it's still down. The one down near the BGA was down. Last I saw, because I spawned in there tonight.
We all want you to give away this map. But things only get better with time. Just look at it that way. The fair is done, but we've started building it again. We got some bales down here. We ran the fair successfully, and it left town. KW is going on one of the gravestones because we're going to work him to death.
He is, poor guy. We work his knuckles to the bone.
We're going to put him in the cemetery. People that have died working here. I think Thernadad's going to end up there too pretty soon. He had to take a vacation already. Where was I headed? Oh yeah, this way. So there's Lafarge. We do have... Now we can actually sell cement because we built everything. You guys can farm. Yeah, farm your money away, your points away.
Yeah, if you're over on mine, feel free to throw. I got a little money. I got a little party for beer money, so feel free to do exclamation points and then exclamation beer money to get a party going. Yes, I know, corny. I didn't want to go to hemp seed route. I want to be a little original.
Legacy IH, thanks for the follow. Let's see.
FS 2015 fan, thanks for the $20 donation, man. Much appreciated.
What we have down here. Oh, yeah, it's still on the ground. Those dang signs, I'm going to just have to make it one of those placeable stuck in the, or solid stuck in the ground things, because when they're on servers they fall down, but in single player they don't. I love this forest though.
I think we just get rid of the sign altogether. We don't have to worry about it.
But it's a Gun and Gamers sign. Yeah, they're laying on the ground.
Yeah, shoot. Well, then what we could do is, we could put maybe a little cardboard sign in the ground with a stick and say, Gun and Gamers sign here, like in Sharpie.
I'll get them placed up so they're not dynamic. That'll fix the problem.
Right.
There is a pool. For how long Thernadad... No, there isn't actually a pool, but Thernadad is still here. He is out of town on vacation. He's not with us tonight.
So whoever had less than a week, you'll win. No, I'm just joking.
Well, he hasn't returned yet. So we'll see.
True.
He says he'll be back on the 5th or 6th of July. So we're giving... He had a planned vacation. And if he doesn't come back on the 5th or 6th, then we have issues. But Other than that, he's been working on my farm with me. And he's done quite good, although he works weird hours. I was going to bed at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and he was just logging in.
Cestus, thanks for the follow.
Alright, who do we have out there? We have 21 something that streams, and I know Big Chris is streaming us, and
We have a new streamer.
Simulator Way of Life is out there streaming. I know that those guys have streamed.
Yep, we also have, don't forget our new streamer, Viper.
Viper's streaming. Just checking my quick list here. Oh gosh.
Troutmouth.
Troutmouth's out there. You guys all have logos, some of you for your streams, some of you don't, but make one. Because we want to get you guys in here as well. And I will show you Viper's already sent his along. I don't have the time to create signs right now for everybody, but I do want to give you guys recognition of where we're being live streamed on. So they're going into the Speedway with the donation signs. And I'd like to use your own little logos. I got to make 7 of them as it is, I think, because these guys... for all the guys on our server. Maybe 8. Dad was streaming too at one point. But once again, I want to fill up this wall with people that are streaming. So when you're streaming our map, your sign will be in there as well. If you would like, just send along your logo. And only thing I have to say, Viper, you're out there, you're watching this. If they type in Viper to Twitch, they're not going to find you. You need the 278 or whatever it is on your Twitch stream on there if they really want to find, or put the. So maybe we have to do a little alteration of that. Let me know. But
yeah, I think Label is a farming game as well. I don't know if he's associated, playing Farming Simulator 15 or not. I'm not sure. There's something else to check as well.
GU Draves has, but not recently. Yeah, there are a lot out there. We get a lot of streams. I think it's probably the most streamed map that's out there, which is awesome. And we're gonna have a lot more signs around a lot more gold ones too. I think next week around the Speedway.
Okay, thank you guys enough. Keep streaming, and like I said, if we miss you, let us know. Shoot us a message. Post it on the forums. And me and Dave, Dave especially is real busy right now with the new map, but we'll try to swing by, at least say hi and see how things are going, and so forth and so on. So we try our best. We show our appreciation by swinging by, trying to answer questions if we can, and if we don't know the answer, we'll see if we can get it for you.
Absolutely. If we make time somehow. Sometimes we just need a break, so that's what we do. Tune in somebody else's live stream. But it's been a while since I've done the circuit with everything I've got going on. I've got to finish a map, I'm working on the program, and working on an all-new map at the same time. Cameron21, thanks for the follow. Let's get some, I gotta pick up some trees. I always end up doing trees and stuff. And John Deere 5123, thanks for the follow as well. You guys
are rocking it tonight, man. Let me tell you, it's awesome.
Yeah,
we can't say enough.
You know what? When Thernadad comes by, his job is going to be to, after a live stream, turn off all the vehicles I left running. Because I just jump from one to the other and I don't pay attention to what I'm actually doing.
See, now, I think it's the other way around, though. I think you should go around and change, because, remember, sort of like him driving Miss Daisy, you got to he's paying you to do a job, and he has to go around and pick it up.
I'm telling you, I've got 5 greenhouses going. We got to get some animals. I have not been on the farm in literally 3 days, I think, because I've been building the farm. And my farm helper is on vacation now, so I better get some work done around here.
Or at least he says he's on vacation.
Either that or he left permanently.
That's what I'm saying already. Poor guy.
We scare them away real quick around here. I don't know if we work them too hard, what the deal is. I try not to. We have fun.
That's what I'm saying. Next time, somebody wants to join join up on our server here, we're gonna have to say no, especially if we like them.
Oh, it all comes with it. It all comes with a disclaimer. You may not like us when you leave, so if you do now, you may want to stay away. No, really, we don't work you. The problem is there's always so much that sometimes people are overwhelmed. Like I said, if it doesn't get done, it doesn't get done. You know? You can't have one person running 6 farms if everybody's on vacation. Poor Dan. Just do what you can in your hours that you have. But a lot of people do come in with the mindset that if there's work that needs to be done, they can't log off till it's caught up. Well, you're never going to catch up on this map.
No. This come in, enjoy yourself. If you get tired of doing one thing, go to something. There's always plenty to do, and don't get bored of one thing. Go to something else. It's definitely fun to play with more guys. There's just times where, Dave's doing map and I'm doing mods. It's just tough to get in. The problem is you get that elapsed 5-second rule. Next thing you know, you look, you turn around, and it's 2 o'clock in the morning. When it was 10 o'clock a minute ago, you thought, that computer minute definitely jumps up on you.
Take some, not all. Nephew wants some chips to go with his sandwich.
Did you steal his chips?
They're my chips.
You just got all those donations.
Where you go?
You're stealing the poor kid's chips. Jeez.
You bring that bag and it better have some left in it, mister.
Wow.
I'm
tough.
Thanks
for the follow. You are, man, dude. I tell you what.
Hey, he's 5 years old, but he'll eat a whole bag of chips on his own if I let him.
You're yelling at a poor 5-year-old kid?
You didn't know I am.
Jeez. Well, if you fed him, you wouldn't have to steal your chips, man.
They're the sour cream and cheddar ones. I like those.
Ooh, I'll be right over. Tell him to save me some, too. Split it.
I should have given him the bacon and horseradish. I bet he'd come back and say, I don't like these.
That's not very nice.
That's
that's
why I got them.
Show and you take them to the hospital.
That's why I got those, though, because the kids won't get into them.
See, what you should do is swap the bags. When you get chips, you get them home, swap the sour cream and cheddar into the bacon ones, and the smell will still be there. They probably will not touch them.
Yes. I have learned long time ago, Jibes, thanks for the follow. I have learned a long time ago that you buy things that you like and the kids don't, and it lasts longer.
Oh, no doubt, like beef liver. I mean, come on.
Oh man,
I mean that's a.
I like beef liver. I don't know about. A lot of people don't.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's one of the tricky ones.
But yeah, if you go out to a nice restaurant and they have liver and onions, baby, I'm getting it.
Oh.
Clash of Clans. Thanks for the follow. All right. Doug's NZ, thanks for the follow. Yeah, they're about half gone. Not too bad.
I see. He's nice. He shares.
Cruising on 2 wheels. Thanks for the follow as well. And I'm cruising on about 30-something. Oh my gosh, they're all just coming in. That's awesome.
Poor Danny's gonna come in tomorrow. He's like, "Hey, where'd all these bales come from?" Because I'm now pretty much putting bales over his farm.
Square bales?
Yeah. Yep.
You can load them into the bale maze over there.
Oh, I'm down near Danny's farm.
Oh.
Up near Scott's. The field I got done harvest. I gotta
Gotcha.
at least pick up the bales.
I'm just driving some products around, and I think that I'll get over here and Danny will have it all filled, which is usually what happens. You stay away. We got some soup being made here at Campbell's. Let's see, which ones to take tomatoes? We need beef, and beef probably everywhere. Potatoes. We got milk, running low on onions.
I think I have some onions and carrots planted right in those fields next to the warehouses.
Yep, out of onions, beef again. One of these is going to take... That one needs beef. We got to get some beef out here. They're all waiting for beef.
I'm going to modify that John Deere planter to plant beef in the field, and that way we can plant beef and harvest it, and then put it right over in Campbell's.
Where's the beef? Here, I found the mushrooms, and it's 86% full. Just goes to show you. But it'll take some.
Now that'd be cool if we actually had a Wendy's on here, and then you get close to it, and that lady screams out as you unload into it, "Where's the beef?"
Barley.
Then cruise on 2 wheels. Thanks for the follow. See, we do a Dunkin' Donuts too, and that way you get close to that, and you say, "Time to make the donuts." And probably Danny's probably the only one ever going to hear the guy say that because he's on here real early.
Oh yeah, we need a little bit of tomato here though. That's good. If I can find the tomato trigger. There we go. We're making soup, and it's piling up. And a little bit more tomato. So I always have extra mushrooms. They always end up going to the pizza joint.
How not smart of it was us Campbell's on that little island, so that way if it ever has a catastrophe and leaks, it's going to turn our little lake red.
Into soup.
It'll look like into soup, right? Just bring the oyster crackers and you're good to go.
We need an oyster cracker factory, right?
Oh no.
Don't give him any ideas. The fish will be well fed. Alright, rest of mushrooms are going over to the pizza place. Yeah, we can't wait to get it to you. But man, it'd be nice to win a contest with it, that's for sure. The 1.3 has some of the features, not quite as many, but it's getting there.
You know, that's an idea for map making class, not to go too crazy. If there's a feature we can possibly give them that's in 2.0, and if you show them how to add maybe like one feature into the 1.3, that's, you know, neat, maybe that might be a good idea, a good way to go. You know, just give them something. If they vote upon their favorite new feature in 2.0, maybe we could show them how to add that in 1.3 possibly.
I tell you, future classes, we're going to be getting into more interesting stuff for sure. And I think next week we'll probably tackle adding a foliage layer, a new crop type actually, adding a new crop to a map. And that is something that everybody wants to know, but that would really literally be open up a whole can of worms for classes right there, because if you add a crop to your map, it's one process. That's great. Now we got to get it so that all of your equipment can carry it. So we need to have and we'll get into using the multi-fruit script, which is the easy way to do it, which is great. But then we need to get the fill planes into all those items as well. So there's another class, you know what I mean? And it goes on. And actually the fill planes is very tricky. The way I do it isn't the way everybody else does it, but I literally edit the XML file directly in the i3D file directly in the editor, and add all my fill planes in the map to one file, so you don't have to have a bunch of extra files, or you don't have a bunch of files in the map. But it's cleaner, more efficient to do it the way I do, but it is a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, you know what? That's
Philly Ball,
thanks
for the follow.
It's actually a great idea. What about that, since they added the extra fruits, if we show them how to add maybe an extra fruit in the 1.3, for instance, one that's not even in 2.0, so give an example, poppy. That
Yep.
way we can show them how to add it. I think that'd be a great.
We can
idea.
give
So that
them the
way it's not-
option. They can add them in. Then there's also making sell points for it and that stuff as well. So after we get through the fruit additions, I want to test. We also with the fruit. Remember, we had to run our own silo script. I have to retest and see if they've ever fixed it so that the in-game silos work with the fruits. If not, they have to replace their fruit triggers on the entire map to accept the multi-fruits, which is another pain in the butt. So it is one after another, but it will get you up to speed on all of that. And once we get through that, I'd like to introduce you to the different things that you can do with the Universal Process Kit and show you how each of the triggers works. And that is really the heart and soul of what's running this whole map behind the scenes, and give you some UPK classes on how to start off with small things, work up to more complex things like our building of the factories, our trees, our placeable trees, and all our animals are running off of that. So that would be a bunch of different classes, show you how to convert things that you have into UPK mods as well if you wanted to add additional functions.
True. I think that'd be great. Even if we add, for instance, this, as an example again, it's poppy. Add it in as a fruit type, then you have to add it in as a fill type and the harvesters, etc. But then maybe just do it as a sell point. You know, copy the canola mill in 1.3. I believe the canola mill is in there. Sell point in 1.3. Just edit it so that instead of it in canola or accepting canola, you have it accept poppy. That'd be a nice one.
Well, what we can do is we can do that. We can add the poppy in. Well, we'll work on adding poppy in to the map for our foliage demo. And
yeah,
then,
I think
and if I'm
something-
going to go through it, we might as well add it right into the map here as well, so they have poppy as another fruit type. We'll do it. I'll do it on this map, and they can work along on their own map if they want to. And then we'll do the sell over time silo at the bread factory to do it in the UPK. Some parts of this whole setup that are already done here, like the fill planes, well, we'll have to do those. But when it gets into the stuff that I've already done here that I don't have to do, I'll show you on how to do it anyway.
Yeah, I just thought that'd be a nifty class to have. I mean, that'd be, I'm guessing, at least 2 weeks worth of classes right there, adding all that stuff in.
Oh yeah, there's tons and tons of classes. I mean, like you said, we could show a whole class on just how to put that bendy train into a map.
Right. Oh, no doubt.
Thanks, KW, giving out the points there, keeping things alive. I got two trailers with apples, means I can't pick up my oranges.
Are you past 5% or whatever heck it is, I believe?
Nah, I'm gonna go empty them to the thing anyway.
Yeah, I just think it would be neat to show them how to add a crop that's maybe not even in 2.0. That way, if they want to add it into 2.0, they can do that once we release it.
Yep, that's true too. The only thing with that is if they're going to do it for a single player game, and I have no problem. Like I said, when somebody copies something that I've done, puts it in their own map, it's, you know, I know a lot of modders have, but there's a mod map out there that used our gold and basically our Gold Masters equipment up at the thing that came out this weekend. Hey, I'm alright with it. Now, if they were to rip off our map and say that they did it, I would not be alright with it. But if they're going to take a piece here or there to fill in their thing of some piece of work we did, that just is, you know, shows that they like what we did. So that's all cool. Now, to take this map and change a couple things and release it, that would get you a little bit annoyed. You know, all the hard work we put into the whole map. But if somebody needed a cement factory and found it on our map, then by all means, if you can figure out how to get it in, go for it. Somebody just followed and I missed it, but thanks for the follow. Whoever that be. And one thing I do know for sure is we're going to try to stay ahead of the game. which is a challenge in itself. So that, I mean, and that's one thing I have to say about everybody that's here. A lot of these people, you don't think that they're behind the scenes, Scott and some of the other guys, and they may not be modders or map makers or whatever, but the ideas that they throw out and the ideas of mine that they say that's stupid and I throw out and the testing of all this stuff, it really does make a huge difference just having them there. We have great people for that. Otherwise, half these ideas wouldn't even come to light. Now, and the funny thing is, when we have an idea, it never quite turns out the way we originally thought about it. Nothing ever does. Sometimes they're better, sometimes we can't get certain things to work. So we find another way to do it. Pretty pleased with sugar on top. Can we have the map? We're going to hear a lot of that for the next few weeks. You will have, yes, you can, just not today.
Yeah.
If you want the 1.3 release, let's see. What is not in 1.3 really? I mean, 1.3 is a decent map. So what's not in 1.3? The excavators. Yeah. We've got those. The new train in the gravel pit, which maybe I'll run up and get some gravel, give the guys something different to look at. Not that I know where it needs it. Well, we'll load up the gold thing. That's always empty. There's the big cat. Alright, where's the dump truck? That's what I want. But anyway, so we got the moving planes in the gravel pit, the train in the gravel pit. I mean, there's a few things, but there's... The fairgrounds is still in that version. What else? The fishing boats, yep. They're in here. Trying to think of everything we added. The cemetery, yeah, that's new. Campbell's soup. The eggs in all the animal barns. Oh my gosh. The list, those potato washers and the Pepsi machine filler. I guess we've been hard at work. Alright, so 1.3 isn't quite 2.0. Sorry. 6 weeks at the most, right? August 25th is about 6 weeks?
Yeah.
And besides, it's shortly after my birthday. Wouldn't that be an awesome birthday present? For me, to release the map to you guys. We want the map. Everybody knows you want the map. You will get the map. Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
That was a King Quest V game, was it not? Back on the old days in Sierra Online when made games?
I have no idea.
Back with a Police Quest and a Leisure Suit Larry. But, oh yeah, those are good old days. Hang in there, she'll get out. We will release.
Yeah, but that's another thing. Just think, if you wait, you get more of a map. I know it's been a long time, but it should be the last map you need till 2017, especially after I'm making another one. Those two should be the last need till 2017 for sure. However, we'll keep on going. You never know what we'll come up with next. I would like to say that if you're running the 1.3 version right now, I did convert this map over so it has a whole new name. It is PV15-V2. So with the script that we gotta give you guys for the multi-fruit over 64 field types in your folder, you will be able to have save games from both this map and the 1.3 version at the same time. It has no traction on a flat surface with this dump truck. I've not noticed, but are you using the drive controls? Because if you have drive controls and you don't have the four wheel and diff locks on, yeah, you'll lose traction. And that is simply hitting the left shift 4, 5, 6, and I'll show you here. Now I have them off, so yeah, you lose traction without that on, and you can actually, yeah, it's much harder to turn and stuff. But if you turn on left shift 4, 5, 6, you're good to go. You have plenty of traction. Never had an issue. Except for hitting the eject key while I'm driving. That's an issue. I just knew we were out of gravel up here. We'll get some sand as well. Get the other one started.
You know, I might have another alternative too. Alright, I have a couple good ideas here. We might be able to help these guys out since they're so patient for us.
Right.
I have maybe I could take a look at the list of mods that we released as a pack with 1.3 and maybe some of the ones that we have in 2.0. I don't think it would hurt us in the contest if we released, because we won't be giving them a mod pack. Maybe we can help these guys out and give them some of the newer mods we have that are either fixed up.
Now, the only thing they're going to have with some of our mods that we've done is if they have a new fill type that is not on their map, they'll get a warning that the fill type is not on there until they get 2.0 out there, which is common.
Right.
You know, fill type not supported or whatever in the map that they're running the mod on. But things like that egg truck, it hauls eggs, but you won't find it hauling eggs on any other map. But hey, you could drive that pickup around. It's a lot of fun, and you can stick stuff in the back of it. We'll start getting you the mods out there to play with. That'd be a great idea. And there's a lot of stuff. And some of it you can use, we'll be able to use with 2.0 when it's ready. Like we're working on the trailers that hold the products as well. Those types of things. You can use them on 1.3 for most of the stuff that's already in the map, and when 2.0 comes out, it'll hold the extra stuff when it's ready.
Yeah, we'll show our appreciation back for everything you guys have done, no doubt. You know, unfortunately we can't do the map like Dave's saying, but we'll get you something. Don't worry. Me and Dave will talk after the broadcast, and we have some tricks up our sleeve. We'll see what we can do about getting you guys some good stuff to play with here to help extend.
Now I could, yeah. Let me think about that. I've got some things that we could throw out there. Might take a little extra work, but we'll have 6 weeks. But we can bring in pieces that are not necessarily part of the map and let you guys start playing with them on your map. For instance, the sawmills. I guess I gotta dig sand. Nope, I'm not under the trigger or something. The sawmills that create boards directly, we'd have to create something where they could transfer them into. But we'll figure something out that we can plug into 1.3. We'll find some things that we can plug into 1.3 for you. The animal barns, for instance, the new ones. It just takes registering the extra fill types into your map. But if I'm correct, they already have them registered. They already have beef. There will be few that would have to be registered, that's for sure. But we can work on that and see if we can get you some of the odds and ends that aren't actually a part of the map that will work with 1.3 and help you guys out and start giving you some pieces over the next few weeks. And I just got another follow that just scrolled right by, and it's one of those things that I'd have to go way up the list probably, because stats way behind my little follow alert. But thank you for the follow. We've got quite a few tonight. 25 new followers, which is awesome. You guys, I hope you keep coming around, because when we do get this in the mod contest, we need votes, and lots of them.
Yeah, I got 12 myself, which is unbelievable. I can't